Hey there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Did you get a chance to watch the Grammys? This is the first time in a long time that I've watched the Grammys, because this is the first time in a long time that I've knew like 80% of the people that were either getting awards or performing. Usually that doesn't happen for me, so that was pretty cool. But I had to tune in this time because I heard that Tracy Chapman was going to be there. You know, her song Fast Car, Luke Combs took it over. He's kind of pretending it was his. He's now admitted that it's not his, but for a while there, like, he didn't ask her if it was okay if he re-recorded it, because he didn't have to, so he didn't. But anyway, I thought that was kind of shady, but I knew she was going to be performing with him, so I had to make sure to tune in. She is just effortless. Like, she was singing like she probably sings in her house, playing the guitar, singing, and her voice is so perfect. The only thing that I did not like about this performance is that Luke Combs was with her. I feel like he should not have been there. They should have just let Tracy Chapman do her song her way, because she was so good. So good at it. Somebody else that I loved at the show. So every time I go to Nashville, we get our hair done for the CMA Awards. And I'm always telling them I want big, curly 80s hair. And they never give me what I want. They just kind of curl my hair and we go about our day. Miley Cyrus last night had the hair that I wanted. That kind of Tina Turner, big 80s, curly, kind of swept off your head. Love it. So I'm so excited that she wore this to the awards, because now I can take her photos next year when I go to the CMA Awards, and maybe they'll actually know what I'm talking about. Of course, Jay-Z got an award, and when he went up on stage, he kind of told everybody how much he doesn't like the awards, and basically Beyonce's getting robbed from Album of the Year. He brought Blue Ivy with him. I'm really not sure why she was there, because she was standing like that, kind of like sideways the whole time, and she looked highly uncomfortable. I made a joke to one of my friends that she's got Beyonce's face, but she's as awkward as Jay-Z was up there, so that was pretty cool. And then I guess I should have to mention that Taylor Swift won Album of the Year, giving her 4. That's the most any one person has won Album of the Year. She also gave the date of her new album. We're gonna have to have a Swiftie on to tell us what all of that means, because if you watch any TikToks, there's a whole bunch of numbers and meanings and 13s, and yeah, I didn't get it, but it's pretty cool that she's got a new album coming out and she won Album of the Year last night. Later on in today's show, we're gonna have our guest on with the Cycle Showcase. Randall Noldge is going to be here. I went to the Cycle Showcase last year. It was so cool. It's motorcycles displayed as art. It's very awesome. So he's gonna tell us everything we need to know about all that. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Now, January was a very long year, but we have made it through, and we are hitting the ground running in February. It's a good thing it's a leap year, because there is so much to do. Of course, February is Black History Month, and the Missouri History Museum is offering a variety of events all month long, including special presentations, Thursday nights at the museum, off-site tours, and more. You can find a full schedule and details at mohistory.org/events. The St. Louis Public Library is also hosting several events focused on African Americans and the arts. Programs celebrating the richness and complexity of Black arts are being offered at all of the library branches throughout the month. You can visit slpl.org for a full schedule. And of course, we're just days away from Valentine's Day. So, you know, go buy those roses and teddy bears. Now, on the last show, we told you about the fun you can have at the City Museum and the Tunnel of Love. If you missed that show, you should definitely check it out. Just go to our YouTube and check out the last show. But if you're still looking for unique gift ideas, you can say I love you by adopting an Amur tiger from St. Louis Zoo. That way you can also help support the zoo's animals for a full year. You can adopt a tiger by visiting the zoo through February 14th. Visit stlzoo.org/Valentine's Day for all the details. Now, more up my alley is if you're recently single and not quite over it. Why not feed your ex to a hungry animal? Because we're on TV and legally I have to say symbolically, of course. What I mean is, how cute is this? With Love Bites at the St. Louis Aquarium, you can pick a feeder and then get a digital Valentine and video of one of the animals eating it. Now, of course, you could forward that to your ex. I don't think you should forward that to your ex. That is not a good idea. However, you can put it in your group chat with all your girlfriends and make fun of the fact that your ex got eaten by an animal. Now, of course, this is all while supporting education and conservation. You can visit stlaquariumfoundation.org for all those details. You can also, of course, drown your sorrows or toast a new love at Blueberry Hill's Valentine's Karaoke. It's breakup songs or love songs. That's it, only. Those are the only two types of songs you can sing in the Elvis Room, and it's one night only on Valentine's Day from 7 to 11. Visit blueberryhill.com for more information. Now, you know I cannot talk about Valentine's Day without talking about one of my favorite all-time traditions. Now, I can only tell you about it because I already made my reservations, so I'm safe, but I will now tell you about it. It's White Castle. I have loved going to White Castle on Valentine's Day for years, with a boyfriend, without a boyfriend, whatever. I love it. It's not like typical White Castle, right? They come to your table, they take your order. There is typically flowers on the table or glitter. You know, they make it really, really fancy. Plus, it's White Castle. Everybody loves White Castle food. And it's kind of, I'm not gonna say relax, but relax. What I really love to do the most is to dress up a lot. So like high heels, fancy dress, do the hair, do the makeup, do everything, and then go to White Castle because it makes it even more funny. Now, reservations for Valentine's Day at White Castle are available from 4 to 9 on February 14th only. Now, you're gonna have to visit whitecastle.com to find a location near you and make those reservations. You definitely should do it. If you're fun and your significant other is fun, it's a great time. Now, if you're looking to add a little more to your night out, there are several great shows you can catch around town. The Rep is bringing the timeless classic Moby Dick to life with an award-winning production with a thrilling acrobatics and more. Moby Dick runs February 6th through the 25th at the Loretta Hilton Center at Webster University. Visit repstl.org for tickets and more information. Of course, Mamma Mia is making its return to St. Louis. For more than 25 years, people have fallen in love with this tale of love, friendship, and identity, told through the timeless hits of ABBA. The show runs February 13th through 18th at the Fabulous Fox. Visit fabulousfox.com for all the details. And last but not least, we have Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus live. Inspired by the book, this one-man fusion of theater and stand-up covers everything from dating to marriage. Performances run February 14th through the 18th at Westport Playhouse. You can find all the details at westportplay.com. All right, but we can all talk about Valentine's Day and love and finding love, but have you ever had like the worst date ever? Well, I had the worst date ever, and their cameras were there to catch it. So check out this date I had with Andy.
I mean, it's really late, and it's cold outside, so I'm not happy. But, you know, a good first impression is being 35 minutes late. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Whatever.
So, ready for our first date. Really excited. It's gonna be so much fun. I might be a little bit late, but you know, that little bit of anticipation usually works pretty favorably for me, so I'm excited. Hello!
Hey, you made it!
I did! I'm so excited for our date!
Yay! It'll be fun!
I got you something special.
Oh, my!
Yeah! It's
Did you get these off a grave?
No, they will never die. So you can keep them forever.
So I can remember this day for the rest of my life.
The rest of your life. And if we make it that far together, right?
Oh my! Well, let's go start the date.
Let's go start this first date. Once when I was 12 years old that you can't always be a hero. Not all heroes wear capes. You know, it's a pretty cool job. No one quite got the same experience I did. Sometimes I've even been I was a summer plumber, or the whole class laughed, and I was the student star of the day. So, what do you do for a living?
We work together. You and I work together.
Oh,
You know where I work.
So, what do you like about where we work?
I like a lot of things about where we work.
I mean, the wheel was really fun. I knew what I was getting into with Andy. He talks a lot, and he didn't know where we worked together. Yeah, it's just awkward. But the wheel itself was a really cool view. Andy is awkward.
The wheel with Angela was so much fun. Great start to our first date. We were vibing. I think we had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun things to say to each other. So we're gonna go eat at the soda fountain and have a great meal. Hiya, table for two, please.
All right.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
This is so good.
Yeah, we should totally share it. So here you go. Oh, here, you can hold that. This is so good. It is really good. It is so good. My date with Angela went so well. I mean, there's just some ringing going on in my ear. I don't know if you can hear it. Ding dong, wedding bells. I mean, I definitely think the soda fountain is where we're gonna have our first anniversary.
The date with Andy not so much. However, I'm gonna come back here for a date to go on the wheel and to get the shake. That was so much fun. Really, the only thing saving this date was the location, because it was an awesome location. Andy.
If you were wondering, there were no wedding bells between me and Andy. I just love a little Valentine's Day fun. But now it's time to talk about motorcycles and art and the Cycle Showcase. Randall Noldge, thank you for joining me here today. Now, I know you've been on before. I actually went to the event last year. But for somebody who's just now tuning in, what would you tell them about this event?
This is a art collection. You say it's a motorcycle event, and it is, but it's really an art collection. It's a collection of beautiful motorcycles from the last 100 years, race bikes, vintage bikes, custom bikes, all kinds of crazy motorcycles, anything on two wheels, plus artists that kind of work in the moto vein. But what I get a lot from people is that you don't have to be a motorcycle person to come to the show. It's very accessible to anybody that just has an appreciation of art, beauty, and engineering, and all the fun stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, and I don't think people quite grasp how much, when you talk about art, like you think motorcycles, and anybody who's into motorcycles is like, yes, I'm down, I want to go. But when you say it's art, it really is art. Some of the things that I saw last year were just absolutely amazing. I mean, they're all motorcycles, and I'm sure they're all rideable, but it's like gorgeous, so much detail. There really is so much more into it than just a motorcycle from the street.
Absolutely, it's paint work, it's metal sculpture, it's design, It's all wrapped up in a rolling two-wheel platform, and people really love to spend the afternoon or the evening there and share. It'd be a good Valentine's date.
There you go. I like that.
It's a good one.
It's a great Valentine's Day date. I took my dad with me last year, and he really enjoyed it because he's one of those people who's really into motorcycles, and then he's the one who was really kind of talking about, you know, how hard this is to do, like whatever the item was, the metal work that was done.
Sure.
So that's pretty impressive. Now, how many bikes do we think we have coming this time?
Every year I bring in 50 bikes
Okay.
to St. Louis. This is our first year we're international, truly international. I've got bikes coming from Japan this year.
Stop.
Builders are getting the word out that this is a worthy show and a worthy event, and I'm blessed to have the word get out and to have people coming from so far away.
When did you decide that this is something you wanted to do?
2013
Okay.
was the first year we did this. And it was, I kind of dipped my toe in the water. I kind of knew what I wanted to do. And the response was so great that first year, it just kept going. And here we are 11 years later. And yeah, it's turned out so amazing. I'm blessed.
How did you get somebody from Japan to want to come?
Well, I travel all year looking for bikes, looking for creative machines. This last year I was at Sturgis, a motorcycle rally, of course.
Yes, of course.
And there was a series of shows, and they go all week, and they pick a best of show in each one of those. And the winner, it turned out, the guy that went to every one of those shows, that won every one of those shows, was from Japan.
Stop.
And I approached him and I said, "You don't know me, but I've got this great show in St. Louis." He did a little research, talked to some people, and said, "Your show looks really neat. I'd like to come." So, yeah, it's amazing.
That is very amazing. So now you can check off it. I mean, you've had Canada before.
I've had Canadian machines before and Canadian artists. And while there's motorcycles there, there's artwork there, there's craftspeople there. So it's not just motorcycles, it's just everything two-wheeled. But yeah, I've had Canadians before, but this is my first over-the-pond entrance.
So that's going to be really great. And you're right. I remember there's a whole bunch of people kind of doing that work on like your leather belt or whatever, where they could do.
We have a leathersmith, a knifesmith, jewelry makers.
Jackets that kind of light up. We actually had her on the show after I met her at your event, because she has jackets that kind of light up when the lights hit them, so people can be more aware of.
Yes, high visibility wear for motorcyclists or anybody, bicyclists, anybody that's on the road.
Let's talk about that for a second, because now that more and more people are on their phones when they shouldn't be.
Yes.
Motorcycle people always had to be defensively driving from the dawning of time, but now is it just 100 times more?
It is. This is the worst thing that's happened to motorcycles. Yeah, and every time you get on a motorcycle, you just have to be prepared that somebody is not looking for you at all, and they're out to destroy you. And
right.
You kind of have to be aware of that the whole time. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's kind of exciting.
Well, well, let's just tell everybody, hey, maybe let's put our phone down. Make sure you double check for motorcycles, especially as the weather starts to warm up here. That's when you're going to see more and more motorcycles on the road.
Last year alone, I lost 2 people, 2 friends.
Oh, no.
To distracted driving, and I know of 2 others that were injured. It's real. It's serious. So please put your phone down.
Please put your phone down. And let's celebrate those motorcycles. It's coming this weekend.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about these days, times. How does this work?
Okay, the show opens Saturday at, let me start with this.
Okay.
We're having a special Meet the Builders party on Friday night, because I have all the builders coming in on Friday to load in and set up. So we're going to have a Meet the Builders party on Friday night at Delmar Hall. It's free to the public.
Love it.
All the builders will be there. Four Hands Brewery has printed a can for Cycle Showcase, so we have our own beer. We're going to unveil that on Friday night. That starts at like 8 o'clock. I've got a one-man band. It'll be really cool. Just a fun hangout evening at Delmar Hall. 61 something, right next to the pageant.
It's right next to the pageant. We all know where Delmar Hall is.
We all know where Delmar Hall is. Okay, that's Friday night. Saturday.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let's stop for a second. That's cool.
That's
so you've
really
got a can again.
Got the beer, yes.
Okay, so that's cool. And now you can actually meet these builders. So if I'm like super into motorcycles, maybe I'm just starting my bike, I can meet some of these people. Mm-hmm. That's neat. Okay.
Yes, there'll be a lot of motorcycle men there, ladies.
So that's if you had to feed your boyfriend to one of the animals, you're looking for a new boyfriend, you can get a boyfriend that probably can beat up your old boyfriend. So perfect. Okay.
Anyway. That's Friday night's gonna be just a fun get together. Saturday, the show opens at 11. At 11:30, we're going to start unveiling motorcycles that have never been seen before.
Oh.
In 2021, we unveiled 8. Or 2022, I should say, we unveiled 8. In 2023, we unveiled 21. This year, I've got 34 of the 50 bikes have never been seen before. We're going to start unveiling those about 11:30.
Very cool.
That'll run for a couple hours. Of course, we're open till 7 on Saturday. Saturday night, we have an after party at the Pinup Bowl, also on Del Mar.
Yes.
We're going to give away prizes, have some bowling, eat some pizza, and then the show again goes Sunday, 11 to 4.
Oh my goodness. So this could be a whole weekend.
It could be a whole weekend.
Now, are tickets individually dayed? Are they all weekend? How do the tickets work?
The pre-party and the after-party are free.
Okay.
Cycle Showcase is only $12.50 to get in. Cheaper than a Happy Meal. Who knew it?
Who knew it? You got this.
Yeah, and if you come on Saturday, we'll give you a wristband. You can come back Sunday for free.
Love that. That's what I thought you did. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, or you can come Sunday, either one. Kids under 16, 15 and under are free. Come with an adult.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if you don't have a driver's license, come with your mom and pop or somebody, and you get in free.
I love this. So this is going to be art unveiled, but for more in the motorcycle form, if you will.
Sure.
So is there anything else that you think everybody needs to know? Because if they've never, we've had you on before, but if somebody's brand new to this, what is something they need to know?
We'll have puppy kissing booth.
I'm sorry, what?
A puppy kissing booth.
So I can kiss a puppy?
Smooch a pooch.
Stop.
Yes. Dirk's Fund is our charity that we've teamed up with for a number of years. They're going to be there, and for $1 you can smooch a pooch, and it helps a great cause, some large breed labs and retrievers. And I think the Great Pyrenees Rescue is going to be there this weekend too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you can smooch a pooch. Clementine's Ice Cream will be there. This isn't like a normal biker show. This is different.
Yeah, and I will say that because, I'm not typically your biker chick. My dad's into the bikes. But when I went there, I didn't feel out of place, right? I walked in there and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Nobody was weird. It was typically, if you think something like Sturgis, I'm thinking, ooh, I'm not sure I'm going to fit in there. But at your biker cycle showcase, I think everybody really does fit in.
Everybody does. And I get that from people that bring their mothers and their grandmothers or their kids. They say the kids actually put down the tablet for a few hours and walked around with their eyes wide open. And that's fantastic.
If you can get a child to put down their tablet, you know you've done a good job.
Yes.
Because kids are always on it. Well, we're showing some videos of some of these awesome bikes. It's going to be a great, great weekend. You definitely need to check out a Cycle Showcase. There is a lot going on this weekend, but if you plan it right, you've got plenty of time on Saturday to go because you're 11 to 7?
11 to 7 Saturday and 11 to 4 on Sunday.
So you got plenty of time to get that in before any big games that might happen on Sunday. And Saturday, you've got plenty of time to go check that out.
I don't know what big game you're talking about.
Yeah, I know how you feel about it, but I feel like we have to mention that you could go there prior to the big game.
If someone were playing a big game, you might be interested in
okay.
that. You can still catch that. Yes.
Just don't ask him about football. It's fine. Tell everybody one more time where they can get tickets, where they can find out more information. Do you have photos online?
I'm mostly on Instagram and Facebook. It's cycle.showcase on Instagram, Cycle Showcase on Facebook. There's no pre-sale. Just walk up to the door and that's it.
Easy peasy.
Yes.
They have a website, Cycle Showcase.
It is at the Moto Museum. I've been trying to get in there for years. It's the first year we're getting in there, and they've expanded and they've got enough space for it, and it's going to be amazing.
The Moto Museum is kind of a little feather in your cap, if you will, to finally be able to get in there.
Well, the Moto Museum's like a museum already.
Of its own,
we're bringing more stuff in.
50 more bikes in,
Yes.
so.
It's unbelievable.
It's going to be awesome. Definitely, I really feel like you should check out the Cycle Showcase. It's amazing art, and if you like motorcycles, even better. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yay, it was so much fun. Now, don't forget, after you follow Cycle Showcase and check out his photos and such, you can connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. You can always let us know what you think. Drop us a line at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.